We're in an all-out frequency war. At this time, as the emotions are very high for the collective, we have been in this frequency war for quite some time. But when the energy goes really high, as it has been post-solar flash, as the energy goes very high in our emotional body, we become more conscious and aware of the frequency war that is going on. And in this talk today, I'm going to guide you through it, because in every aspect of reality, in the now moment, in the physical, in the emotional, in love relationships, in the job, in just life itself, in the atmosphere, in the weather, we are seeing this across the board. This is one of the most important messages I've ever left. And we're going to get to this place. And no matter what, at this time period, I'm going to get you across this bridge, because we are crossing a bridge, maybe for the first time, for a massive portion of the collective. And we will cross this bridge of incidents that we're on right now. So there are people that are tuned into this message, and you might, you might be struggling emotionally at this time, because you are actually feeling and experiencing the frequency fence. Last year I did a very powerful video about the frequency fence. And there has to be an outside source that is so powerful that it is going to shred that frequency fence, smash it into smithereens. All right. And, even like last night, it was so intense, and, getting the texts from my men that are also struggling at this time. This is about everyday life, people. We have boots on the ground in this community, and many people are struggling at this moment in time. So this is a very powerful talk today, and I am going to go across all aspects of the reality and your everyday life. Would you kindly please click the like button before we get into it today? We're live, and by doing so, it sends a message out to the universe to let others to hear this today. Your body is feeling it at this time. And I felt this yesterday. And it gets us to, truthfully put things in the hands of God. I had, for example, I used myself first. I had a very powerful video I wanted to film yesterday. And the wave hit me. It hit me very hard. And instead of, pushing against it, I just let it go. And I said, you know what? I can't be too concerned at this time. I have to put it in the hands of God. I hope people that are hearing this, it resonates with you. I got to let go and give it to God. There's many motivated, divine masculine like myself. And, you want to physically cause the change on a daily basis. But as we are in this time period, it gets us to understand that there are sources that are so powerful, right? And when you have this personal relationship with God, I had to shut it down. And it's difficult when you have the energies that are going through us to actually just, let go and, do nothing. So this is I'm going to call it the not caring paradox. Last week I left a very powerful message. It's on this channel. You should check it out. I'm so grateful for everyone that participated in that raw, real video that I left, and we do it live on the air. It also helped the lives of other people. And this is the paradox of letting go. This is the paradox of not caring. And it's something that is going to be essential in the now moment. We're below zero, below freezing over here. Some people are below zero. And so when we look at the world, I saw in Australia, they're at 122 degrees. And that's Fahrenheit, because I know we're a global community. And then there's places that are at 0 degrees. And over here below freezing, it's a wild time. Do you understand the time period that we are in the now moment? Do you understand how intense it is? Do you see the stir-ups? I had a conversation with one of our community, one of our family members. I see her in the gym, and she was into these teachings, and so I stopped my day to explain. She had a question about what I was explaining, and I stopped my day to explain it to her, where we are. There's an intensity. There is a place that we have to get to at this time that you have to realize there's nothing else but now. And what are we actually living in? My brother is texting me in the rising, and a lot of people are feeling this intensity right now. And to be snowed in, usually like me, like other divine masculines, you're usually out there grounding. You're out in nature, riding the bike, and now you got to sit in the house if it's very cold, and you're not able to do those things. So what it's peeling back is, are we? I'm asking the question: are we really just in survival mode? For me, I've done these things, especially, I know there's a lot of divine masculine that are listening in. You've been doing this journey alone. You have no support of the divine feminine in your everyday life. So you have to go directly to God's source. You have to do the grounding to heal, right? If you're a person and you're snowed in, and you might have a true divine feminine in your life, or if you're the divine feminine, you have a true divine masculine in your life. You have a divine counterpart in your life. You could get the love, you could get that energy, because it's very high right now from another person. But there are people that say maybe need to go out in nature and do these things and get connected to God. So there's people right now that can't, and it's so intense right now. You might have someone in your life and you're both struggling, right? So this message is for everyone in the now moment. So there is something that we have to get to, and we have to realize in the now moment we must feed creation and not worry. We need to feed creation and not worry. There are frequency fences that are trying to tether you and make you feel isolated. You are not alone. This is done by design. You are not alone. And I'm going to be breaking down a lot of deep truths, a lot of deep concepts in this video today. You feel the frequency cell of isolation, especially if you're really frozen in, you're snowed in. There are frequency fences that make you feel isolated. This is the frequency war that we're in at this time, and it comes in the subconscious. It comes through programs and breaking free. And it only takes, there's a beautiful meme on Facebook, and the one match pulls back so that like the rest of the fire keeps going, right? That's showing you the mentality of the matrix programming. And if one person is able to pull back, if one person is able to change, right? So you might be on here, right? And I appreciate everyone that pushes these messages forward. I see other people in the community on Facebook sharing. I know I'm going to say it wrong. George Gudejev philosopher George Gurdjieff's, I'm probably saying it terrible, but someone's going to fix it in the comments. George Gurdjieff says 200 truly conscious people could transform all life on earth. Not millions, only 200 people. That's the power that you have. That's why in this frequency war, you are felt that you're alone. If I just nailed it out of the park, you feel like you're alone. You realize that you have. And Gurdjieff says that only 200 truly conscious people could actually transform this world. You don't need millions. And it goes to what I've been sharing for a long time. I learned this last year, the power of the voice to be heard. Hit the like button if that resonates with you. 200 truly conscious people. Real consciousness is rare. It's a rare thing. It's rare. So what you are experiencing, you're experiencing this frequency fence that makes you feel separate. You feel alone. I feel this, people, you could see me and, I joke around with some of my friends in person and, there could be millions of people watching, 150,000 part of the community. Click subscribe, share it forward. Let's get millions on this community. I appreciate that. But I say, you know what? I feel just alone as everyone else. And we're all feeling this right now. And that's why when you share this forward, other people are hearing this. There are many conscious and aware people, but you have lived in in your own prison of the mind, like the Matrix. That it has to be this way. These are subconscious programs, and what I'm here to do is break the unbreakable. Powerful stuff here. Powerful stuff here. Okay. Wild Bizon writes, powerful message, Michael. I appreciate that. I appreciate the community being here. Appreciate the real powerful support today, pushing this forward, because there are many people that are struggling. And this frequency war has been going on. I've been seeing it go on prior to me starting this. I've been doing this for 7 years. You could throw up the 777s. The rewards are here. But right now, okay, there is something. I did the video. It's there waiting for you on the channel page. Okay, now we're going to really focus on what I'm about to say. I got to get people, because, the attention span of the world, this is what we do here on this channel. Are you a conscious warrior? That's why you're able to focus your attention. We've already had it. It happened energetically, the solar flash, right? Something massive is about to happen in this world. If you are on right now, you could raise your hand in the chat. Do you feel this? Do you feel this emotion? Do you feel this stirring inside of you? Very irritable, right? It's like it's something that you've never felt, and you feel this darkness. It's really the old you that is stripped. I'm not saying that this is a bad thing, because we're crossing the bridge of incidents. You are seeing the exact opposite of all of the blessings, all of the stuff that is coming into our life, right? This year, the 1-1-1 year, the 1 year. Okay, you feel this right now. I got to get this out to the people today. Okay, your cells detect retroactive waves of emotionally intense future events. The greater the emotional charge of the future event, the stronger the signal that travels backwards in time that you feel in your body right now. This is the quantum that I teach. Do you feel this right now? Right now? Do you feel it right now? All right, so this is the stuff, and I'm going to be teaching about my own life, my own journey in this lesson today. This is the stuff, I study. A lot of people see me, they assume me by the way that I look or who I am, right? But this is who you get. So your cells are able to detect retroactively waves of emotionally intense future events. And this has been shown. Okay, a lot of the things that I share, it's always frequency. That's why it's a frequency war that we're in right now. And you got to be strong. You got to be strong at this time. Are you a light warrior? Or are you a cream puff warrior? Okay, this is the mindset. You got to switch your mode. You got to switch your mode from NPC mode to creator mode today, right now, during this live stream. Do you get it? Do you feel this right now? Okay. So the greater the emotional charge of the future event, the stronger the signal that travels backwards in time. Back in time, we are in the quantum doo-doo. Hi. So we have to move forward with our life, and we can't be like trapped from anything. If you are on this journey, you do feel very alone. Okay. I've done videos on this. I'm saying we're not condoning to be alone, and that's why you have to put it in the hands of God, maybe to actually give you the correct divine counterpart. You're tired of the basic people of life, and it's a struggle because you have to be yourself. Bay Area believer, thank you so much for being here since the beginning, brother. I'm very grateful for that. I love you, Bay Area. Bay Area writes, stay strong, light warriors. Got to stay strong. I'm very grateful for the divine masculine that are focused on this channel like never before right now. Okay? You can throw up the crowns. It's very tough. It's very tough. And so right now there's like a static that's going on and stuff that doesn't even make sense. I've seen this over the years. And for me on my journey, I always have to be me. I'm never going to shut my mouth. I hope this resonates to people. I will never. So like, let's say you're a guy like me. I'm not going to go out to the club to try to, because that's what you have to do to pick up girls and stuff like that. Got to drink Al Ghul, right? I always have to be me, and it gets deeper and deeper, and you'll see these things play out, and this is where you do feel very alone, being a person that is so conscious in a world full of NPCs, in a world they're caught in a frequency fence. And they can't break out of that fence. And we're seeing this right now across the board. It could be in like regular stuff in life, relationships, the weather that we're experiencing. Everything we feel this pressure that is trying to get you to feel. It's just feel like you're alone. And then you sit there, but you can't allow it to affect you. That's the frequency fence. I was hanging out with this girl, and she's into athletics and things, and I'm going to teach you in this lesson that it's always your frequency, and I got to be me. This is who I am. I just got to be me, guys. I got to be me. So I just, I said, listen, I'm into athletics too and stuff, but that's not everything. So I was showing like the coffee table, and I says, like, this is like the linear time, but like I was kind of representing the video I did out by the fort in the Outlook Tower. And I said, but if you're in the quantum, if you've raised your frequency, you're looking down on the coffee table. And I know that this is like, so I'm explaining all these things. And then I get the glazed Krispy Kreme look, and kind of like, triggered by what I was just saying. And, and then it's like, very weird, stuff. And, kind of dissipates, almost like an angry kind of look, because so there I am. There's the coffee table, right? I'm showing this is the linear time here, and these are the events here. But I'm up here, and say like you could be up here, and we're looking down and all. So I'm going through all the stuff, and then you get the Krispy Kreme look, and so on and so forth. All right, and then the gaslighting and so on and so forth. And so where it comes into frequency, and a lot of people know who I am. You put yourself in this frequency. So this individual was complaining that she attracted this beta male stalker, and she would go and she goes to these races and runs, half marathons and stuff like that. And she goes, now he don't even run, and now he goes to all my races, and he stalks me, and he doesn't even race. And so the moral of the story is, when you're at a frequency, and I try to articulate this to other people that got triggered. I get this a lot from women. Why do I keep attracting the same type of man? So when you have the mindset, when you're closed off, when you're at a frequency, so then you attract that guy that stalks you in all the rate. And so now we're in this energy right now, and then all of a sudden my phone blows up with texts that are incoherent, and then you text and then disappear, and so what was the point of the text? So right now in the ether, you got to hear this message right now. Okay, I've shared this before. There's communication that is gone, and it's just operating. It's just operating. I shared this scene from the video Dawn of the Dead, and these two guys were trying to communicate with each other. All right, and the zombies were all outside, but they were on the top of the building, and they would hold up the message on the board. Right, they hold up and they would go back and forth, and they would send messages to each other. They write it down, and then the guy was like, I don't know, something happened in the movie, and he became the zombie, and then he goes up and just operating, and then he would rub the blood on the board, and he just held up the board, and then his friend just looked at the message. He looked at and he knew that was it. Maybe in your life right now, you are seeing this. Please put a like on this video if I'm explaining what a lot of people are. If you're a conscious and awake person, all right? And hopefully people are getting this, because these are the things I try to teach people, and then they get triggered by it. I've gone on dates and stuff, and you're a life coach, and you do all these things, and then they think, because like I practice what I preach, right? I have self-respect. I'm teaching. I'm not going to shove it down because my expanded consciousness is triggering you. I got to be me. Okay, I hope everyone clicks the like button today. Click subscribe. If you're a man, if you're a woman that appreciates that, okay, I don't care. I have seen this over the course, and that's why more and more of us, people that are conscious and aware, you feel alone. I don't allow that to affect me. That doesn't mean I'm going to lower my frequency, right? It's always you, right? Some people get it. Some people get triggered by it. If you are on this message today, you're making strives. You're making strives to truthfully ascend. It's always the level of your frequency. That's the people you attract. That's the life that you attract, right? So when you get triggered by consciousness, you attract the beta male that stalks you at the races or whatever it is, and it's incoherent. All right. And so now in this time, I know there's a lot of people. You might have people from your past, and they're texting you. And it's incoherent. And you say, why are they coming out of the woodwork right now? Please leave a comment if you're live. Leave it on the replay if you are experiencing this in the now moment. I see other people that talk about this, other masters so right now, you might be, if you're a guy or a gal, okay, Maybe you're the divine feminine, and all of a sudden the beta male from your past. Paul writes 100%. Okay, the things are coming in right now. Okay, Carla connects. Okay, are you seeing? Okay, so it's from another frequency. There are levels. There's the frequency fence, and there's all these fences that are in the world. It could happen within social relationships. It's happening in the weather. This is happening right now. Everything is a frequency. And what you're going to do, if you click subscribe, right? And we're going to think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, because the intensity of life right now. These messages are giving you the compass. They're giving you the map, how to navigate. Be yourself. I will always be myself, bro. These are the things you have to do. Again, when you say like, oh, it's a lonely existence. There are people, but you have to go forward with it, and I reflect, this is where I wrestle, with God with certain things, but I have to, I guess, in a sense, I put something out last year, and, I almost kind of saw my manifestation come through. And, I guess ultimately it was just a lie. It was a waste of time. It was just a waste of time, but it really wasn't a waste of time, because it really, it got me to become the best version of myself. And anyone that's getting this right now, you have to be yourself. And I don't care, I know that I already know one day there will be millions of people that are subscribed to this channel. But when my head hits the pillow at night, I know I was authentic in any aspect of my life. And it is triggering. It's triggering to stand up for what you believe in. I shared this the other night for those that, maybe you didn't watch it yet, why you must let go right now. I could come, I don't care how many millions of people hear me. I don't have to sugarcoat anything. This is how we move forward as a society in life. You can't go backwards. You can't, if oh, I have to. And this is where people feel very trapped. As I'm getting texts from my brothers, from my men, we got boots on the ground. We got light workers, light warriors that are struggling right now, that are feeling this, that are feeling the emotion. And you feel like, you're trapped. You're having the realization right now. I'm in the loop, in the work. I can't do this work. You realize I can't do this till I'm 55. I can't do this. I'm already awakened. My frequency has already shifted. I can't do this anymore. This is what's going through the people with the work. Or maybe you're a single guy like me, right? I can't do this. I can't do this no more with these fake modern women. I can't do it no more. I needed the divine feminine. This is what, so regardless of where you are in your life, you're reflecting on it. You're feeling it right now, and it's got to be changed. So your loop, this is the frequency fence that's trying to keep you in this area. So when we go through our ascension, you're going to level up. You're going to be at a place for a period of time, and then you're going to level up again. And last year we kind of felt this, but this is a massive level up. You got to listen carefully to this right now. Okay, this is a massive. This might have taken over a year. I had great plans last year. I had those plans, and as Tyson once said, everyone's got a plan till they get punched in the mouth. And I lived through. I'll never forget the stuff that I've seen. But what it did as a king, right? If you're listening to this, men, it's going to make you got to feel the Holy Spirit fire. You got to get mad. You got to put your foot down, because otherwise you're going to be sitting in that frequency cell of isolation. It's got to get so strong. It's got to get so powerful. This is how God pulls back on the arrow. This is the tsunami wave, and it's going to be pulled back, so that it could actually finally bust through the frequency fence of isolation. How many people that are tuned into this today, you feel like you're alone? And there's a lot of people that will build the prison themselves in this frequency war. You have clashing frequencies, and it comes from, ready? People, things, and situations. Subconscious programs. It could even come from food. I got to eat this, or I ate this, or these people on the internet. Do you know about the internet? They said I have to eat this so I could fit in and be ultra spiritual. How you doing? How's everyone doing out there? Yeah, I'm still here. I reflect on my life. I said, you know what? I'm not a big, I'm bigger than where I was a couple of years back, this channel, this community. I said, what is this overwhelming, people trying to stop me? That's your signal. That's your signal that what you got, bro, that's your signal that what you got, sis, oh, it's so powerful. And you're triggering it's because it's the Christ, it's the truth. Okay? Smash the like button. Maybe you're a person. Right? And you say to yourself, what do they even care about me? I'm not even that big, and all of a sudden you see these people. You can see them in your everyday life, right? I gave a talk about a year and a half ago. It still gets views all the time. Why people hate you for no reason. You ever see it? It's a frequency, bro. It's frequency. Earth Angel Fire writes, we good. Oh, we good, son. It's true. It's true. So to go back, as intense as it's been, we've been in the longest dark night of the soul. And check out that video if you haven't. We're in the longest dark night of the soul. This intensity that you feel right now. Oh, you heard that? So my spine has been so, like, I feel like I'm locked up. We're going to break through today, Matt. I love you, brother. Okay? We're going to break through today. And if you're sick and tired of the dark and cold world, you smash the like button. You send this out today. And a lot of people are feeling it. So our cells, the feeling, our nervous system is detecting retroactive waves of emotionally intense future events. They didn't happen yet. Okay, you watch my video. What is a quantum event? And the greater the emotional charge of the future event, the stronger the signal that travels backwards in time that you're feeling right now. When you look at animals and stuff, if there's a massive event, like storm or a volcano eruption, earthquake, and they start moving, or maybe you watch your beautiful dog. I love the beautiful doggies out there. I love them. You see your cat, beautiful cats, right? I almost had a kitten last year. Yeah. And you see these animals, they're acting a certain way. You know this. You're a beautiful dog mom or cat mom. You watch your animals. You know them. And they're acting, and then that something's off, something's about to happen. So what I'm here to share now, we're going to take it to the next level. So you also have these intuitions and feelings and stuff, but you are programmed, oh, this is nonsense. You got to do the rational mind. You got to be on a linear time. A lot of wild stuff that are going on right now. So that's why you have to, you're escaping the matrix. We're into the quantum. There is a legit frequency war that has been going on. And you have to know this right now. You are not going left to right. So go back to my coffee table. That triggers some people, but that's their own problem. Okay. The flat plane. And that's what people do in life, but you have to change. And that's what I do. So now I'm switching you to creator mode. Ascension is up. You got to go up. You got to go up. Everyone's writing in the comments. You got to go up. Your frequency has to rise up. Everyone in the world is programmed to stay on that linear left to right. Do you get it? Do you see it? Duality. It keeps you on that plane. So as we go through this, and this is, again, it's free will. So y'all could stay on that plane. I'm a rise up. And there's people in the world, you're not going to save them. No, you got to be focused on yourself. This is the only way. I learned a lot in 7 years. I've seen a lot in 7 years. Okay. So you could stay on that plane. Okay. I'm a rise up. Soul Star Productions writes facts. I appreciate you, Soul Star Productions. Appreciate everyone coming into chat. And we're seeing this. So right now, nothing is it's happening at a very high rate right now. Nothing makes sense. You are seeing the opposite. You might have stuff from your past. I shared about it the other night. Physical things or people that text you or so on and so forth. All of this stuff doesn't make no sense. Doesn't make no sense. So you got to get mad. You got to stay focused. You got to realize it. Like you have to, this is not a thing where, it's a negative thing. This is the strength that you have to have. This is the light warrior that you have to be right now. You got to go into battle right now. You got to not be distracted. You got to keep going. You got to keep moving forward. You got to keep going. There it is for those that are on regular YouTube. If you hear me on YouTube Music on the podcast, how you doing? I appreciate if you come back to the regular app, and if you could click subscribe and click like on the video, I appreciate that very much. And let me know. I look at the data. I would like to know how many people hear me on YouTube Music. Do you like this? Do you like these vibes? ASMR vibes. How you doing? A lot of people like it. How are you, Molly? You like that voice? I could put you to bed, right? Yeah. I do my second best work in the kitchen. Cliff, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so grateful for the support, Cliff. I love you so much, brother. Cheers to you. We need more ASMR vibes in our life. And this is a beautiful frequency that's going to keep our nervous system very calm. And so, and it's funny, some people give you, even though they pop in just to give you a message from that same source. I got the same message. So I learn. That's why I'm always listening to everyone. I don't take anything, or I just look at experiences. So I know I have to really kind of bring the ASMR vibes. I got to bring it nice and calm, because I do get very passionate about my work. Some people love the passion. You're so passionate about your work. So I also do know that people are listening, and I don't want to come off like like I'm screaming at people, but I get like, so that's the Holy Spirit fire that I'm just like real. As anyone that's new, you could kind of get that from today's lesson. I just got to be me. So sometimes the passion, just like the Holy Spirit fire, it's blazing. Leah loves life. I love you too. I appreciate the love in the chat. Joe, the Holy Spirit fire is here, Joe. I appreciate all the love. My excitement shows, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm just, the chat's exploding right now. I'm so grateful for everyone being here. Please put a like on this video. I appreciate. Would you like to improve? Hi. Would you like to improve your everyday life? Do you want to be healthy, wealthy, and wise? Why don't you click the subscribe button and take the journey of our everyday lives? We'll cut that as a promo. We'll cut that as a promo. So yeah. And again, too, it's, I have my own traumas, and I just shared like a real life story. You're a conscious person. Gurdjieff said 200 truly conscious people could transform all life on earth. And you might be a truly conscious person, and you might trigger people. So that is the frequency fence. What is that frequency fence for that called, Uncle Mike? Oh, it's called shame. Oh, it's called shame. It's ready? It's called gaslighting. Do you see this out there? Jen writes, boom on the promo cut. I appreciate that. I'm ready to cut some promos for some commercials. That's there was actually one the other day, people that watch football, and that's what I wanted to talk about. I saw some really disgraceful stuff that weakens the mindset of our people, makes people feel like they're a victim. If you're on this channel, you're here to be empowered. We're not in victim mode anymore. We're going to be empowered, and we're going to be empowered right now. Okay. We are making history again here, Rebecca. We've made history multiple times, but this is the highs and lows, the ups and downs, the frequency waves. To reach a higher high, I want you to take everything. I know it's a tough. I go through it too, and sometimes I need to speak because I have to hear my own words because it's so intense. Okay. in order to reach a higher high, you might have to experience a lower low. And not only is it for the quantum, is it for the frequency waves, but God actually wants you to experience it because it keeps you humble for the higher high. You know, there's things in my life and that I've experienced, and you say, oh, I never want to experience that again. Ashley Gold writes, preach. Yeah, we're preaching today, baby. I appreciate you being here. What's up, Rose? Everyone's coming in. Emily, Faith, Regina. Chat's blowing up. Natalie. So feed creation, not worry. That's really what you have to create. And sometimes we're worried about, I wanted to create maybe I'm creating, this is the, I had great ideas and I just didn't have the strength to do it. Some people think it's like, it's easy. There's so much mental. So when you're a conscious warrior, are you a conscious warrior? And I share authentically. I could lift all the weights in the gym, do all this stuff. I could pound for an hour and a half. And sometimes when you expand your consciousness, when you do, this is more exhausting than lifting all that weight. To do these things, the shadow work, you might be exhausted on the couch. Okay, please put a like on this if you resonate with that, or leave a comment. Leave a comment. It's actually, it's more exhausting than anything else. But we have to reach a place. And I always see, people that come in, you go directly to the source, and it's the same thing. Johnny writes, fear is a liar. Absolutely. I'll always be me. I'll never stop. And again, there's always going to be people that drag you down. I gave a real life piece of evidence. It's always you. It's always your frequency. So if you truthfully want to break through that frequency fence this year, you might want to listen to some of these things. And some people don't want to listen, and that's okay. That's okay. If I do a video, okay, I always say I always get the 3-for-1 special. If I trigger one person they don't watch, I always get 3 new people. Okay, maybe you've been on this as well. It's always you. You're saying, why am I keep attracting the same man? And I see that behavior. That's the reason. That's the reason why you get that. It's your frequency. Why do I keep having the same? I changed my job 3 times. And anyone that's hearing this, I'm just giving you examples. It's because I teach frequency. Okay, I keep getting the same, the same outcome in the job. It's frequency. It's the frequency. So there has to be a change in the one word. It's called embodiment. What is your I am presence? Who are you really? And sometimes we have to stop and reflect on ourselves. But all I know is I know where I'm headed. I know who I am, and it's a very intense time. There's a lot of sadness that's coming up. People feel the depression, which is deep rest. The soul is tired. This is going to go deep right now. The soul is tired of operating the body. That's where deep rest comes from. So your soul, your intuition is telling you that there's something terribly wrong. And you're not living this way no more. And your soul feels violated. Your soul is seeking for so much. I feel this as well. It's soul-driven progress. I've shared this many times. I appreciate everyone that listens and shares and does all. And when it comes to, and I have buddies. They were very affluent. They made a lot of money, and they let it all go, and they sold us to kind of live by the beach and just do it. And they don't, because you have an epiphany of what really matters in life. And truthfully, once you get past your basic life needs, and you're a conscious person, listen carefully. Once you get past your basic life needs and you're a conscious person, It'll never fulfill your soul. That arm candy girl will never fulfill your soul, bro. That guy that you can manipulate and control, modern woman, he will never fulfill your soul. And there are people that hear this. I just talk the deep truths here. There are people that hear this. They love it. They say, oh, yeah. And there's people that get triggered. But ultimately, that triggering feeling, that dissonance, it's just the truth. It's not feeding your soul. This is why you start lashing out, because your soul is saying, I need something more. I need a real relationship. I need a real vocation, not a job. And you say, what? Or I need to get out of this place. I can't live like this anymore. But there is a wave that's hitting this earth that's making everyone feel uncomfortable. As cold as it is, there's also another place in Australia, 122, super hot. Also, it's extremes. So what we have right now are the extremes, and you feel it, and you feel really uncomfortable. And then when you feel very uncomfortable, that's where the massive change comes from. Okay, so I love each and every one of you. I'm very grateful. For those, if it resonated, you put a like on the video. If you could click subscribe, I appreciate that. It helps us, and you'll get a notification. Daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Hit me up on Facebook. I put up a funny post yesterday on Facebook. Check out my Facebook. Love the community on Facebook. I'm just reading the chat. Chris Mason writes, money can't buy me love. No, it's not about transactional love. What you got for me? No, it's about unconditional love. I gave you the answer. I gave you the answer out there. It's our #1 video right now. Okay. It'll pop up on the screen. You got to listen. You got to listen real carefully. You got to see the doves. You got to see the swans. You got to see nature. You got to watch. You got to observe unconditional love, not this nonsense, not this or transactional, all this other stuff in the ego. Okay. Blue Amazon writes, love you, Mr. Sunshine. Oh, we need Mr. Sunshine right now. We need a lot of sunshine. Okay. And some places actually want the cold that you have. There's other places. So I hope that the people that are listening to the message today, perspective. You could be so cold, and then there's people that they turn off the heat. But the cold has arrived here now, and now we're all in this together. So I'm very grateful for all of you. And new video on Patreon coming out. We got TikTok, Instagram. Utilize the hashtag OurEverydayLives. And I'm so grateful for the community sharing. Sharing is caring. It really does help. It means a lot to me and what we do here. And it's really a time when it's so intense. You say, there's a person in the community. The screen name is Sick and Tired. I always say, I love it. I don't know if you're here right now. So you might be sick and tired. Your soul is sick and tired of these things. Just give it to God. Give it to God. All right? Give it to God. All right. I love you guys very much. You have no idea. Keep going, kid.